Hey guys, so teaming versus solo. If you're trying to decide which way you want to go, um, it's really pretty simple. Do you want to live in an 8x8 box with someone, or live in an 8x8 box by yourself? That's pretty much what it comes down to. If you can get along with somebody, if you can find somebody to get along with, which was the problem that I ran into up until my last co-driver, Jacob, which he was easy to get along with. You know, like I said before in other videos, had it not been for wanting to just go solo and getting on a dedicated run where I can be home every week or every other week if I want to work extra one week, then I would have stayed with Jacob. And he was a great partner. Could run a lot of miles. Didn't need to stop a lot. Didn't want to stop a lot. Clean. Hygiene was a plus. So that's a huge thing. I could sleep behind him while I was driving, without a problem. And just somebody I really got along with, and we still talk and all that. Solo, it's a totally different ball game. Ran into a situation last night where my hours were getting low. I was running low on fuel. We only have certain places that we can stop for fuel, and I'm nowhere near any of those. So down in Georgia, South Georgia, out in the middle of nowhere, actually around Fort Benning, but not many truck stops out here. I'm not on a interstate, on some little state roads and county roads and stuff, just like I said, middle of nowhere. So I just made do. Luckily I found a place that was an old gas station that trucks were parked at, so I saw that. I had an hour left on my clock, and I just whipped it in there and slept for the night. So, which was fine. It's just, you always want a place where there's amenities. Bathrooms are very nice. Bad situation, even the dirty ones are okay. You can deal with it. Luckily I haven't had to yet, but I'm sure I will. The shipper that I'm at right now, looking around, there's no access to indoor plumbing here unless you're an employee. So they've got a little porta-john sitting over there, and you run into that stuff. But so teaming, it was okay. It's set up to where you don't have to make all these stops. It's easier to pre-plan. Not that driving solo is difficult, but it takes a little bit more thought, and it's something that you have to do because you're going to have to stop for the night. When you're teaming, you don't have to stop. You pick up somewhere, you fuel along the way, and you keep going. When your clock runs out, well, it's time to change drivers. So there's just a few more little added things that you have to do when you're solo that you got to think about. Somebody asked me, I was talking to him last night, if I regretted the decision to go solo, because I was a little bit ticked off at the situation with being out here in the middle of the woods and being low on fuel and not seeing anywhere to go, and then GPS sending me to what was supposed to be a truck stop but it was a subdivision on a one-way street, and you know, not a good place for a tractor trailer with a 53-foot trailer. So, but no, I do not at all regret this decision. I love it. You know, driving along, playing my music through the truck stereo, stopping when I need to stop without worrying about, well, am I stopping too much or whatever? Because when you're teaming, you want to be considerate. You want to get as many miles as you can, not just for yourself, but for your co-driver. And you want to do your part, at least you should. And with this, it's all on you. So, and with that said, I don't stop a lot. In fact, I hardly ever stop. But if I have to, it's just myself to worry about. So it's a little bit less stressful in some ways, a little bit more stressful in others, like I said. But there you go. Teaming versus solo. I liked parts of the teaming aspect, but I like more of the solo. I will say that starting out, of course, you get a trainer, so you're basically teaming with a trainer. Some companies will run you as a team so they can get more deliveries in. Some companies that are solo will just run you like you're a solo driver when you're in training, which I think is good. But after you get out of the trainer truck, it's still very helpful to have somebody with you. So I definitely don't regret going to a company that teamed right out of training. And but now, there's not really a need for me to have another person in the truck. Sometimes a little company would be nice, have somebody here to talk to or whatever, but that's just part of trucking. You're going to be alone. You're going to be by yourself, unless you are teaming. So if you don't like being alone, it's definitely not for you. Yes, you've got your phone, but whether you use hands-free or not, it's still a distraction, so it's not really good to do. I know some people that talk the whole time they're driving, but it is still a distraction, so it's not something you want to do for more than just a few minutes. Otherwise, you might miss something, and it could cost you your job or your life or somebody else's life. So be careful out there. If you have any questions, comments, feel free. Leave your comments down below. Look at the Facebook page, like it, The Accidental Trucker on Facebook. And of course, with these videos, like we all always say, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.